Hello, beautiful friends out there. Today, hold on. I want to talk about, welcome to Aslan Speaks, and hit that like, share, and subscribe if you find my information helpful. Today, I want to talk about a topic that throughout my channel you'll find relationship advice and twin flame or divine counterparts or false twin flame. We all have struggles in our relationships, or at least most of us. We all don't have that perfect partner, or we seek that perfect partner. And today I want to discuss the keyword compatibility. Sorry, guys. A lot of us are not compatible with the people that we are searching for. And we have to learn to recognize if we're compatible or not. So, the power of compatibility in building a healthy relationship, understanding, assessing, and nurturing lasting love. What is compatibility and why does it matter? Why does it matter? A lot of us don't even think about it. We're so programmed by the Disney movies that we watch that we don't realize when we enter into a friendship or a relationship, are we truly compatible? Often we don't find out months later or even years later that, hey, I've been with this person this whole entire time and I'm not compatible. And the reason I want to share this is because even me, when I pursue relationships, I put my ideal partner on a pedestal, and then I realize down the road, like, maybe we're not compatible. Like, I'm a godly man. And if I'm pursuing an ungodly woman or a person who does not go to church every day or doesn't meditate every day, eventually you're not going to, if your core beliefs don't align with the other person's, then it's just doomed to fail. Like, I'm a driven person. I like to get up and get stuff done or work and try to build my life to be better and better. And if you're with a partner who just wants to lay around all day and do nothing to contribute to the relationship or to your better life, then what's the point? So, my friends, compatibility is the foundation of any successful romantic relationship or friendship. At its core, compatibility means two people are well matched in their values, lifestyle, communication style, and emotional needs. So is the person that you're pursuing right now, you got to truly sit with yourself and ask you, are your values aligned? Do you have your core values aligned with the other person? Does your lifestyle align with the other person? For me, I try to live a sober lifestyle. So I don't want to be around or be with people who are constantly drinking or smoking or doing negative habits, because that's not healthy for me. And so you got to reflect. Do you have similar communication styles? Or is your partner always badgering you, or your friend always badgering you? Maybe you're positive, extremely positive, happy-go-lucky person, and whoever you're talking to, your friend or your potential partner or your partner, is always belittling or negative, and that's just not healthy communication style. You guys are clashing. You're positive over here and they're always negative, and eventually it just doesn't work. And is your emotional needs similar? It doesn't mean being identical. Like, compatibility doesn't mean you have to be identical, but it does mean that your differences are complementary rather than sources of constant conflict. So is your partner, his abilities or her abilities, are they complementary to you? Are they similar, or are they like your puzzle pieces and they both fit perfectly? Or is there constant conflict? I used to have seen this with my high school friends. I won't say their names, but they were so incompatible. But yet they stayed together for years, and they didn't learn. The one particular person who didn't necessarily deserve all the hardships she went through finally saw hey, it's time to leave this relationship because it's so unhealthy because they were constantly in conflict. You don't want to be constantly in conflict. Your person, your friend, there should be your peace. When you and your partner are compatible, you're more likely to feel understood, supported, at ease, creating space for authentic connection and growth. So let me question, do you feel understood by your friend or your partner or even your family or the people in your life? If you feel understood, do you feel safe with them? Do you feel supported? Do you feel at ease? Or are you walking on eggshells? One of the biggest clues, guys, if you're incompatible, is sometimes you always feel like you're walking on eggshells. You can't fully, truly say what you want to say because if you're having a conversation with them, it might trigger them. Whereas somebody who you truly, your hearts are aligned and are compatible, you can speak your truth and they can speak their truth. So why relationships often fail? The compatibility factor. My friends, a lot of us, we look for, like in my career and life, yes, I have many attractive women or people reach out and try to court me or get into my life and pursue me as a friend or a romantic partner. But the problem is, yes, I may be physically attracted to them, but our lives are so different and we're so uncompatible. And that's the key, guys. Often they fail is because we give into our lust or our temptation and we're attracted to them physically, but that wears off in the end. And in the end, it's compatibility. What's their heart say about them? What does their actions say about them? What do their deeds say about them? So the compatibility factor. While love, attraction, or shared interest can bring people together, these alone rarely sustain a relationship in a long run. Most relationships that don't last, whether romantic or platonic, fail due to a lack of compatibility. When two people have fundamental differences, priorities, worldviews, or needs, cracks start to appear. Are there cracks appearing in your relationship or your friendship? You gotta sit down and be like, are we truly compatible? Over time, even strong initial chemistry can't bridge persistent misalignment in goals. Do you have misalignment in goals? Like, you want to always sit down and watch a romantic, heartfelt movie, but your partner is binge watching sports 2-3 hours a day, or this is a scenario that I've experienced through one of my friends' relationships. Is his partner always cleaned up after him, always cleaned the house, cooked, cleaned, cared, just always took care of everything. He would get off of work and just sit down and play video games and drink 90% of the time. Rarely taking out the garbage, rarely taking on any responsibility, and always put all the responsibility on his partner. Well, how do you think that relationship ended? Eventually, after years, it ended where he was left broken up, heartbroken, but he didn't realize all the inactions that he was taking. That him sitting on a couch all the time or watching sports, drinking, and wasn't really compatible with his partner. And he wasn't even making an effort, really. And then he lost someone good that he really cared for because his own needs came first compared to his partner. So misaligned goals. So do you have any misaligned goals? Maybe you want a better career, move to a certain location, go to school, better your life, and your partner's not doing anything to better their life. They're content with where they are. Maybe you're incompatible. So you may have a misalignment in goals, values, day-to-day habits. It's not about blame, my friends, or putting fault on the other person. It's just some people their puzzle pieces don't fit. And as much as you mash them together, they just eventually don't fit. And I really was trying to pursue a relationship, but my problem was after trying to court and get to know this person once more, I realized our values just didn't align. That we just truly didn't connect, truly. As much as I tried to force it. So I realized it was better just to be friends and, keep our distance. One of the things about compatibility is about, can you truly thrive together? That's your lifestyle. That's your everyday, day-to-day operations. Can you thrive together? Now, another factor in the compatibility relationship, and it's a very big one, is delusion in incapable. Basically, it's delusion in a relationship. That you are always thinking, hey, I'm compatible. But really, you're not. You're being delusional with yourself, and you have to sit with yourself and ask you that question. Where are the areas in my life or my relationship or friendship am I being delusional? Do they really love me? Or do they love the things that I do for them? Do they really treat me with respect, or are they just with me because I put a roof over their head and food in their belly? Sometimes people stay in a relationship that clearly ain't working. You see this all the time. Let me repeat that. Sometimes people stay in a relationship that clearly isn't working, hoping things will change or believing love alone can conquer all. And that's just a fairy tale that we've been programmed, guys. Love doesn't conquer all. Hard work, dedication to your partner is what conquers. Changing yourself. If there's habits or behaviors about yourself that your partner doesn't like, then you have to change that. If you're out clubbing or addicted to drugs or alcohol and your partner's like, I don't support that, then why are you allowing that? Because often drugs and alcohol ruin a relationship. This can be a form of self-delusion where one or both partners overlook ongoing problems or minimizing their importance. Do you overlook ongoing problems? Yes, I'm talking to you guys. Well, anyway, hit that pause right now. Hit that like button and share. Share this to people. Like, if you know you got friends in your life that are struggling right now or questioning their relationships and don't know where to go in life, send them this video. It is easy to rationalize staying with someone because of shared history, fear of being alone, or the hope that things will improve. We all have people that we have shared history with. But often in life, even though you've known that person for years, we outgrow them, or they outgrow you, or you fall out of incompatibility. Your interests don't no longer align. And why stay with somebody? Yes, I have history with them. Maybe I've been with them for 5 years, but we're clearly something's broken and not working. Then why stay into a relationship if you're mentally unhealthy or your goals and dreams are no longer aligning, or you go to bed miserable, or you wake up like questioning, hey, does this person love me or not? Or if you're always in constant conflict, that's not healthy. Or fear. One of the biggest ones is fear of being alone. Some of us don't want to be alone, so we're going to pick anybody that's willing to stay in our circle or with us, even though they're bad for us, or toxic for us, or unhealthy, or encouraging. So do you stay with someone because you feel being alone, or the hope things will improve? My friends, ladies and gentlemen out there, if you've been in a relationship for 6 months to a year, or 2 years, or 3 years, and your situation hasn't improved, or your person hasn't changed, and realistically, they never will. However, ignoring incompatibility often leads to resentment, emotional exhaustion, or feeling stuck. So question 1, do you feel stuck? Do you have lots of resentment? Are you emotionally exhausted and drained? Because a negative partner or somebody you're not compatible with is very emotionally exhausting. And if you have that, and it's a constant repeating in your life, maybe family, friend, or a lover, emotional exhaustion, then it's time to remove yourself from that situation. And guys, I'm just suggesting things. It's you formulate and do your own things. I'm just giving you advice and tips, and it's up to you to choose what you want. You create your own life and your own reality. So, overcoming inner programming, breaking free from old patterns. It's one of the crucial things. We're stuck in a loop, that repeating pattern, and we got to break free. Our beliefs about relationships are shaped by upbringing, past experiences, and even what we see in movies or social media. Sometimes inner programming leads us to repeat patterns, choosing partners who aren't right for us, or believing we must settle for less than we deserve. To break these patterns, practice self-awareness. Reflect on your relationship and history, identifying recurring themes or choices. So you got to identify recurring patterns or choices in your life that I see this often where female enter in always picking the same toxic partner, and then they come to me and they're like, and I'm just like, cause you're on you're in the same pattern of life, and you keep going after the same pattern, and you got to change it. Challenge limiting beliefs. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Question ideas like all relationships are hard, or I'll never find the right person. Sometimes our own limiting beliefs or our own self-talk, our doubtful talk within us, limit us. Break free, my friends. Embrace growth. Focus on healing and personal development, which increases your ability to recognize and attract healthy connections. And embrace growth means some people jump to relationship, and I pose the idea that maybe take a moment to yourself and heal yourself and work with personal development, which will increase your ability to recognize and attract healthy connections, because we attract to us what we are. So if we still got all this inner turmoil and baggage, and we go back, we're going to attract the same person, that the micro to the macro. So we have to change ourselves, and when we change ourselves, maybe we stop drinking or doing drugs or bad habits. Then when we change that habit in ourselves and we make our life healthy, we attract healthier partners. Assessing sorry for the tongue twisters here, guys. Assessing compatibility. How to evaluate your relationship. Do your values and life goals align? Family, career, lifestyle. Can you communicate openly and resolve conflict respectfully? When your partner says, "Hey, I'm going to do this," or "I'm going to change," do they actually do it? Or are they always repeating and telling you what you want to hear, but their behaviors tell you something else? Are you comfortable being yourselves around each other? Do you enjoy spending time together, and do your interests complement each other? Is there mutual respect and emotional support? Emotional support is crucial. It's normal for couples to have differences, but compatibility partners can navigate them with understanding and flexibility. Signs of incompatibility. Red flags to watch for. Constant arguments about the same issues with no resolutions. Or is your person always nitpicking you? Sorry, my niece is trying to grab my attention right now. Do you feel misunderstood, dismissed, or criticized by your partner? Are you belittled? And belittlement means also when you're doing your best to take care of your partner or your friend, and you're always giving and giving, always going out of your way, and they do nothing to reciprocate that back. Is there significant differences in value, money, religion, and family? For me, I'm very spiritual. I'm a godly man. I pray to Jesus daily. I try to live a righteous path or seek enlightenment every day. And majority of the people who I try to enter a relationship, we're not compatible. So I need a godly woman, godly person, a loving person in my life. And everyone's different. Some people like to party, so they choose a partner who likes to party with them. Some people are career driven, so they want a partner who's career driven as well. Some people are money driven, so they want a bunch of wealth and money, so they work and try their best to obtain that, and they want someone else who can do that to build their own kingdom. Do your ideas of family align? Is there signs of also some signs of lack of trust? You can't trust your person. Are they always sneaky? Always on their phone? Maybe they're talking to their roster. They're on that Snapchat or that Facebook or that dating app, and they're talking to 100 other people. And they're going, they're just my friends. Loyalty, my friends. Your partner shouldn't be talking to 100 different people. While you're at home watching the kids, or is your partner always out partying, gaining attention from the opposite sex? Do you lack emotional intimacy or physical affection? I was in a relationship where my person wasn't physically affectionate towards me, and what I found out is they were cheating, and they were affectionate with somebody else, and that was a hard pill to swallow. That was years ago. I've healed since then. Is one partner sacrificing their needs or happiness? We see this with certain people, especially in long-term marriages over the years. People give up. Like when you first enter a relationship, you do everything you can to make the relationship happen. And then once you get married, you have kids or whatnot, a certain partner will grow complacent. And the other person is constantly sacrificing their dreams and goals for the other person. You guys got to give and take. That's the true compatibility. Is there a reluctance to spend time together or feeling relieved when you're apart? Do you feel relieved when you're person you're apart? Like last person I was communicating with, I actually felt relieved not talking to them every day. They were always texting me and blowing my phone, but it's not that I don't care or love for that person. It's just it was keeping me away from my daily routines. It was keeping me from being successful because I was constantly being bombarded by this person's energy, and it was kind of a negative energy. And I realized we weren't compatible. I'm not a person that needs to text and call and communicate every day, every moment, every second. And this person always needed that constant reassurance, and it just wasn't healthy. Why do people stay in incompatible relationships? Leaving a relation, even an unhealthy one, can be scary and complicated. Common reasons people stay includes fear of loneliness. Hold on one second. Ziria, go play. Sorry, my niece is pounding on the door. Anyway, sorry about that. Life of being an uncle. So some people stay because they fear of loneliness or starting over. They're like, hey, I invested 5-10 years. How do I begin again? Hopes that things will improve. Social or family pressures to stay together. Sometimes it's you want to leave. You want to pack your bags and go because you know, hey, I'm tired of walking on eggshells. I'm tired of not being unhappy. But you got social or family pressures, or you share business with this person. Gives another thing, financial or practical entanglements. There's a financial reason you guys are entangled together. Or you have low self-esteem or believing that you don't deserve better. My friends out there, you all deserve the world. And why do you accept a grain of sand when you should accept the whole world? You are better than you think you are. That's not an ego thing. That is positively thinking, knowing, hey, you know what? I do deserve love. I do deserve a compatible, loving, faithful, loyal person in my life. Or you stay because you're guilt. You feel guilty. Hey, if I leave, I'm going to hurt this person. I don't want to break their heart. And often, certain relationships, they always pull out, woe is me. If you leave me, I'm going to do this. Or sometimes you got to think about yourself. And that's not selfishness, but it's your own mental health. It's your own healthy exhaustion. So we are always emotionally exhausted by certain people in our lives. And it's time to your energy, instead of being someone, a friend, family, or partner, always depleting your energy, you want to refill your energy. You want to feel at peace. You want to feel at home. Not that walking on eggshells. So, building a healthy relationship, finding a compatible relationship. One, know yourself. Understand your values, needs, and non-negotiable before entering a relationship. We often don't negotiate before we enter a relationship. We just accept our people's terms. A healthy relationship, before you even enter full romantic relationship, you go, hey, this is my dot 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 dot. This is what I'm looking for. Are you able to meet these goals or dreams or expectations? You say, hey, I don't want somebody who has to drink every day. I'm okay. I'm okay. Like me, I don't want an alcoholic in my life. I'm sorry. And that's not me being judging. It's just I grew up with alcoholic parents, and that's just, I don't want that in my life. It's not mentally healthy for me. So, but I'm okay with my partner. Hey, you want to go out? We're okay. I'm okay with, hey, once or twice a month we could go out and socially drink and have fun or get out of the house. That's one thing if you do it respectfully. But when your person is turning to substances, then so you go, hey, I will not tolerate substance abuse or this behavior or that, and you say your non-negotiable beliefs, ideas, or wants before you even enter. Communicate honestly. Be open about your expectations and listen to your partners too. So as you're courting, you go, hey, these are my expectations. What are yours? Look for alignment. So when you're courting, notice whether your goals, lifestyle, and approaches to life fit together naturally. So see past the lust, see past the attraction, or see past their wealth, or whatever mask. And see if, hey, can I see myself with this person long term? Are we compatible? Are we uncompatible? And there's deal breakers, like me being a religious, spiritual person. What's the point of being with someone who's not spiritual, or because in the end it's just gonna fail. I'm like I've said, I'm very driven. So why would I be with somebody who's not driven? Because in the end, I'll be pursuing my goals, my dreams, or my success, and I won't be with somebody who lacks motivation in life. Some people are content just to do nothing and watch TV all day and live off their partner. I'm not that person. And I'm not judgment. If two people are like that and they're happy, as long as they're happy. So look for alignment. And lastly, be willing to walk away. If deep incompatibilities emerge, trust that letting go opens the door to better matches. So if you're incompatible with your partner, or you're out of alignment, then why stay, try to fix something that just doesn't work? You guys, you're two puzzle pieces that don't fit. You want to find a puzzle piece that does fit. Foster mutual respect. Build a relationship where both people feel valued and empowered to grow. Do you feel empowered to grow with the person you're with right now or pursuing? And also with compatibility, it's lust or love. A lot of people confuse lust and love. And in the beginning, it's lustfulness, attraction, but later, and you're thinking it's love, but really it's just lust. It's temptation, and it's for the flesh. But you have to, when you want to find a compatible relationship, you want to there's three factors: mind, body, and soul. Do you align on all three levels? Is your career or are your careers compatible? Is your lifestyle compatible? Are your habits compatible? If you go to the gym and you're a healthy person who likes to eat fruits and salads and live a clean eating lifestyle, then you being with a person who eats a lot of junk food usually is incompatible. But if they both can combine, because maybe you want to eat some healthiness, but also you want to eat some junk food, there's a compromise too. So, conclusion: choosing compatibility in love. Compatibility is the quiet strength behind relationships that last and thrive. While love and attractions are important, true happiness comes from connecting with someone who fits you. Someone whose values, someone whose values, who has values, vision, and may, in a way of being in the world, complement your own. By letting go of delusions, challenging your own patterns, and making conscious choices, you can create space for a healthy, loving relationship that you deserve. So this video is all about compatibility. And let's face it, a lot of people enter into relationships for the wrong reason, because the last thing on their mind is compatibility. It's attraction. I want this person because I'm attracted and lustful. And they're pursuing the wrong reasons. So sit with yourself and be like, okay, maybe I've been having difficulties in the past with relationships, and be like, all right, how do I move forward learning to choose a compatible person? And so you got to sit down with your expectations, your needs, and your wants, and then pursue a relationship or a friendship or whatever it may be. But see if it's compatible. And if it's not compatible, why stay? I wish you guys the best in your journey in life. And if you find this helpful, hit that smash and like button. Thank you.